Alright, so this is a video of me on my way to Mount Trashmore. It's a pretty nice day. I've toyed with some settings, and also I'm doing a voiceover this time. Not necessarily going to be like teaching people how to ride a motorcycle, because God knows I'm not that proficient with it. A fun drinking game could be every time I forget to turn off my turn signal, go ahead and take a shot. Probably don't do that though. But anyway, yeah, this is just gonna kind of be like thoughts that I've had over the last little while. And hopefully the audio is pretty good. I think I figured out how to do noise reduction in the back too, so don't have to hear my my PC fans and whatever else happens kind of in the background. But, so, something that I thought of recently was I was listening to the radio and it was an ad for like Cascade, something like the little dish pods you put in your dishwasher. And they're like the all new super awesome freaking super cleaner thingy. It's brand new. And like there's no way that they have a bunch of scientists in the lab messing around with different chemicals or whatever and testing different kinds of things on a like a plate or porcelain or plastic or what have you to come up with like a new Cascade freaking dish cleaning thing. I kind of started to look for that in other things in my life, like maybe like the holistic approach to things. Like I don't know, spraying like I think I heard like pine water and green tea is like really good for arthritis if you like put it in a spray bottle and spray it on anything. Haven't tested that out yet though, but just a thought, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Not really sure what I'm supposed to talk about. I guess there's not really anything I'm supposed to talk about. It's my video, and I don't really care. This isn't really a thing that I'm trying to do for fame or anything. More of like a journal, and my friends like to see me ride, and my parents like to see me ride and all that stuff. Sorry if I go super fast or do something stupid on my bike. I try not to do that when I'm recording. But I guess we can kind of jump into like a sad thought that I recently had. And that was, it kind of sprang up because I was, anyway, alright, we'll just kind of start from the top here, right? So today I was riding back from Hampton, which is kind of a long drive, got the HRBT, really lame tunnel. And I had to, like, it was pretty safe the whole way, except for, like, the very end, and even on the way over to Hampton, too, like, I need to regulate my emotions more, and when I talk to my friends and parents and whatever about it, I kind of, my theory is that a lot of motorcyclists will say, oh, you're invisible on the road, and oh, you have to always keep your head on the swivel, but then they'll get mad, and they'll pretend like, oh, well, it's not my fault, like, or something like that. Like, yeah, no shit, freaking grandma's not seeing you barreling towards her 500 yards away at 70 miles an hour in a 35, right? She's gonna pull out in front of you, and you can't get mad about that. Something that I need to work on is understanding that other people also, like, are just bad citizens, like being on their phone while driving, and like, I'm certain I'm guilty of it too. I haven't necessarily caught myself doing it as of late. Try not to, I guess. Oh geez, I have to sneeze and I don't know how to do this. I think, okay, that worked. Wow, I paused and then I sneezed and I don't have to do it anymore. Awesome. Okay, cool. But yeah, like I was saying, like I haven't caught myself on my phone, but I need to be aware of that. But on the way over, I was at a stop sign or a stoplight, and not this video, but just a different one that I wasn't able to record because my SD card was actually full, which kind of sucks, but whatever. Anyway, on the way over to Hampton, I made a wrong turn and I had to go through like kind of a neighborhoody area, but I was still kind of on an avenue that was like 45 miles an hour, so not terrible, right? Pretty quick. And I'm at a stoplight. It turns green. I start going, and like a white muscle car kind of pulls out, and like they don't even go into my lane. They skip over the lane they were supposed to turn into and go to the lane that's immediately to my left. Like it's two lanes that go straight. They were supposed to turn into my lane, but they turned into the other lane across. So I get mad that they didn't stop at a stoplight. And even then, it could have been yellow, right? I'll entertain that idea. But I got mad, so I kind of started going faster, and I wanted to get around them, and just it wasn't a good kind of healthy mindset. And what ended up happening is that not 500 feet down the road, there was a van that I didn't really see that kind of had like the road blocked. Like no real signs posted of it, which kind of sucked. I was kind of like looking at it, and evidently the Mustang noticed before me and slowed way down as I was trying to like brake super hard. And it gave me a lot of room to get over, even when I kind of like threw my hand up and was kind of mad that they pulled out in front of me. So that was kind of cool. But I've had a couple close calls, and it's frustrating to me that I want to be super safe, and I want to like, you know, not tie on a motorcycle, because that's a pretty high likelihood, especially when it's like your first couple months. Probably even more dangerous too once I've been doing it for a minute. Pardon me. Probably pretty dangerous when I do it for a minute and I get kind of confident and think, oh, I know what I'm doing. But I guess we'll try to not get there, or at least to that mindset. Anyway, so a sad thought that I had that kind of made me cry a little bit earlier. Not all the way, I just cried a little bit. Oh yeah, here I go, ripping. It's because I'm a super... Oh, I guess I'm going to go 60. It looks like I'm going to try to go 7. Nope, 60. Okay, that's pretty good. But a sad thought that I had was I was on my way home from Hampton today, and the road from Hampton, HRBT, and like the freeway pretty much leading up to my house was safe, except for like 2 exits before my house. This lady gets on the road and is on her phone, and like she's holding it, and I can see it, and I'm like, I just get mad because it feels like it's just so frustrating. Because if you're not paying attention, right? Granted, yeah, I picked a black motorcycle, but I have my lights on, I have a bright white shirt, and I got pretty mad that she was on her phone. So I slowed down, like I was changing into her lane, and then she tried to change into me. I kind of came back into my lane because I'm not gonna try to do that. She came into my lane, I went back to mine, and I got mad. So I went behind her, got kind of closer than I probably should have, and then I went around her and I looked like in her thing, and she kind of like waved at me like, "Oh, sorry," and it's like. At that point, I'm mad, so in my head I go, yeah, not good enough, like, you're a bad person in my head, so I end up speeding in front of her. Mind you, I have, like, maybe a mile and a half to go before I have to take an exit, so I speed around her, I get up to, like, 80, 88 even, I think I saw, and I have to weave between traffic, and, like, that's so dangerous. Like, I slip out, I'm rolling, and I'm dead. I don't see a car that's parked on the side of the road. I hit it. I'm dead. Right. So many different options, or so many different ways for me to die, because I wanted to get my feelings hurt because someone didn't want to pay attention to me. I don't control that. I can't control that. I can get mad all I want, but people still suck, and people are gonna suck at driving. And there's like literally nothing I can do about it other than just try to be a safe rider and not get mad and speed around things. But I came home and I parked my bike, and I came in the front door, and there was a package on the front door, and I thought, oh, maybe it's my roommate's. So I bring it in, and I take my clothes, or like I take my riding gear off, and so it's kind of hot and my tummy hurts. So pardon me. I take my riding gear off, and I take my clothes off because it's really hot in my house, no one's here. And I'm alone. So that also kind of added to the sadness. I think I'd take a wrong turn here. I think I'd go straight. Because I need to be in the lane next to me. I need to get on the Independence Boulevard. Oh, I'm looking over. My turn signal's on. Okay, I think this guy's going to let me over, which is super cool. Anyway, it's not that deep. Okay, he's going to go forward. Yeah, and then I'm going to slip behind him. Because the guy behind him is paying attention. Thanks, man. And then I'm going to jump into this lane with this black car. Or I'm going to try to. I wave to him. Thanks. Which was dumb because I took my hand off the throttle and I focused too much on waving. Anyway, I bring the package in, get showered and all that stuff, and I see it's an Easter Day package, like a Happy Easter package, and it's to me. And I break it open. Hang on, I'm gonna grab the card really quick. Okay, so the card says, Happy Easter, some emojis, I love you and I miss you, enjoy some Easter treats, love always, Bob. And I kind of sat there and I got really sad because I thought, how fucking tragic would it be if I didn't even notice I coughed when I was writing, by the way. How tragic would it be if I did that? If I got mad at someone being on their phone because oh, here I go, fucking ripping down. I'd sure hope it. At least that cop didn't see me. I sure hope that I never get. I don't want to get mad anymore because a terrible situation would be I get mad, I crash, and I'm on the side of the road, and I start bleeding out or start dying, I guess. Ambulances don't get there in time, or even worse, like, paralyzed and just I'm cold. It was a hot night, but you're always cold when you're hurting. It's like blood's leaving you and it keeps you warm or something. But how terrible would it be for my mom to find out that I never got her package and I never got to read the last words, I love you and I miss you. Enjoy some Easter treats. Love always, Mom. So, it's a good wake-up call, I guess. Good wake-up call to not be a piece of shit and zoom around cars that I have no control over, and good wake-up call to not be mad at people who I don't control in any way. Oh, that black car scared the crap out of me when I was riding, by the way, when I went. Scared the crap out of me now. But, yeah, sad thoughts aside, today I had to push start my motorcycle, so that was kind of lame. I watched a YouTube video and he said you gotta have the clutch all the way in and then kick it up to second gear and then run it down a hill, hop on, slam your butt into the seat, and then let the clutch out so that it starts going. Didn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. I tried it. I jumped over, kind of hit my right foot on the ground kind of hard, so I landed. So now my knee hurts. And it's gonna hurt tomorrow probably. But there was no hill around me anyway too, which kind of sucked. But what are you gonna do? Yeah, so the method that he recommended didn't work for me, but I figured, well, I leave the ignition on, I leave the kill switch on, and then I just hold the turn on, or the turnover, I guess the starting button, lever, whatever you want to call it, while I push it and kind of let the clutch out. And so I tried a couple times and it like really wanted to go. Like it was so close to starting. And it's just like it wouldn't do it. So a couple more tries and I ran and I got it to go. What am I doing over here? Am I looking at whatever. It doesn't matter. I finally got it to go and it was great. Felt good. It was kind of interesting because this was leaving Dungeons & Dragons today. I then went to the rock climbing gym. Freaking love rock climbing. And I did some really cool reps today, actually. It was really impressive. I did one that was like, it was kind of like I don't really know what the move would be called, but I had to push myself down and then to the left a little bit. It was really interesting. It's on my Instagram. If you're my friend, you've probably seen it. But I did that, so... Oh my gosh, I'm really tired because I had mid-watch yesterday, and that just sucks. I can't wait to be out of the Navy. By the way, none of my views or beliefs or anything like that reflect those of the Department of Defense and the Department of Navy. I'm just Dylan Dinsley right now, talking about motorcycles and feelings. Yeah, I left D&D, parked my bike at Latitude, did some cool stuff, and then I went to start my bike, or I started my bike, and it started up just fine, but I noticed that, like, the display for my speed and RPMs and all that stuff would, like, blink, and my front light would blink, so I kind of got nervous that, like, I'd get on the road, and it would just die, and then, like, I would go, canoeing, whatever, what's the word? Anyway, flying over the handlebars because my wheel locked up, which doesn't make any sense, because I just pulled the clutch in if I felt it die, and I'd kind of coast to the shoulder and figure it out. But, well, I need to have that. You can probably recover from that. Anyway, I try to keep the RPMs high and neutral. I don't know if that actually operates the alternator at that point, but I kept the RPMs above 2,000 in the when I was in neutral at like stoplights and stuff, and then it kind of went away when I kind of got on the freeway. I was able to just reliably keep my bike at 4,000 or 5,000 RPMs. So that was kind of interesting, but yeah, it was just a little weird, kind of sad wake up call, I guess, to read a really nice letter that my mom wrote me, and just to think like I love waving to motorcycles like that. By the way, like I know you're supposed to do the super low key like deuces or whatever, kind of down low because we're super cool, but I think waving like a big old nerd is really funny. Also, a pretty lady looked at me one time when I did that to a whole group of bikers, and I looked at her, and then like in my head I was like, do something, try to get her number or something like that. Didn't work. I didn't do anything, and I just continued on my way. She probably didn't want to be bothered anyway, so yeah. Other than that, I tried to wave that guy, but I had the clutch in, so I was scared to let go of the clutch and kill my bike. Anyway, yeah, I'm super freaking tired. Can't wait to go to sleep. And then naturally freaking wake up at 5 a.m. because that's the time I always wake up. And I hate it. Can't wait to not have to ever do it again. Yeah, just I guess, you know, to all the bikers out there that are riding right now, or plan on riding, or if you're thinking about getting a motorcycle, just know that it is so incredibly easy to get on a mindset that like I was saying, I am invisible to cars, and no one's gonna see me, and then like you can't take it personal when people are idiots. You can't, because you'll get mad and you'll do something stupid, and then you'll hurt yourself, and then in turn you'll hurt your family members, because like, you know, you'll crash and the ambulance is gonna take a minute to get there, so you're gonna just be like in a world of hurt, just laying on the side of the road, thinking about everything you did wrong. Maybe you didn't even see it coming. Maybe you were riding, and then boom, I'm on the side of the road in a ton of pain because I don't even remember getting hit. Yeah, please, try to say woosah or take some deep breaths when something stupid happens, because there's no way you can control it. And getting mad's only going to just make you a worse rider. Something that I do want to point out that I think that I do often, that I think is a pretty good call, is I kind of refuse to ride in people's blind spots. I think I do it right here with this truck, where I kind of gas up and get right next to him. Yeah, you see that? So I'm like right even with this guy's face. And then I'm going to gas up again and get next to the next couple cars. Riding in someone's blind spot, right? Don't even give them the opportunity to kill you by not riding in their blind spot. Or like something that makes me mad. There's an exit that goes from 64, and it's the divide between 64 and 264, something like that. The one that goes to the naval base if you're coming from Virginia Beach to Hampton, where you kind of have to get off at, you have like the Granby exit, I think. I need to get over, by the way. Like, not this one. Next light. Okay, we're good. There's people will just like not get over in the lane they need to freaking take the exit that everyone is already taking, and the line of cars is stacked up, so they'll go in the gorge, or gore. I think it's called a gore, where it's like the distance that is divided between like a creation of a split or a lane or something like that. So that makes me mad. But in that situation, what I do is I kind of ride to the outside so that I'm not hidden between cars, so a car doesn't see the gap that I leave and go, oh boy, a gap that I can jump into, and then oh, they're jumping into me. Now I run over. So anyway, I think that was a really pretty lady that I saw. Yeah, this is Mount Trashmore. It's pretty solid. I like coming here. It's a really hot day today. I walked around with my buddy Alex. He's a really cool dude. He's got a really nice sport bike. he's just a cool guy. Shout out Blaze for teaching me how to ride a motorcycle, but also curse you for making me get addicted to them and want to ride them nonstop. Because I feel guilty when I ride my motorcycle and my mom sends me really nice letters. It's like, I don't want to like woefully disregard my mom and be like, oh yeah, I love you so much. Anyway, I'm gonna do this super dangerous thing that could take me away from you forever. Anyway, thanks for the gift basket. Bye. Also, I didn't get her a freaking gift. But anyway, I think that's the end of this video. So have a good one.